Coming up on Channel 8 Eyewitness News this morning, the 2007 Laughlin River Run enters its final day, and this year's event could go into the record books. Plus, local pet owners stage a rally in an effort to raise awareness about the massive nationwide pet food recall. And hundreds of people have pulled an all-nighter. It's a relay for life with the goal of raising money to aid in the fight against cancer.
Now, Eyewitness News Weekend Edition with Ashanti Blaize, the first and only local news in HD.
Good morning. It's Sunday, April 29th. I'm Ashanti Blaize. Thanks for joining us. We'll have those stories in just a moment, but first, here's a live look outside this morning. We could be in for some record-setting heat today. Ted Ferrendo has a first check of your Sunday neighborhood weather.
Morning, everyone. Looks like it's going to be nice throughout most of southern Nevada. Rain still continues in the northeast. They'll warm up today. The midsection of the United States also nice and mild. We also had some showers around New Mexico and Arizona, but now we're looking clearer here, and it looks like the temps are going to warm up. Very warm today, even broke some records yesterday. Here's your traveler's forecast. Seattle 59 degrees, partly cloudy, rain in Beantown. Chicago warm at 81 degrees, Denver at 86, and LA starting off some fog with a high of 80 degrees by the afternoon. So how hot will it get today? Your forecast coming up just a few minutes right here on Channel 8.
All right, thanks, Ted. One person is dead and another is in the hospital after an early morning double shooting. North Las Vegas police were called to a home in the area of Centennial Parkway and Losee just after midnight. Apparently, there was a party going on at the home, and the victims were standing in front when the shots rang out. Officers don't have much to go on at this point. They are still talking to witnesses to try and put together a description of suspects or a suspect. A security guard at a local nightclub is dead and his killer is still on the loose. Police say the bouncer was shot just after 4 Saturday morning at Club 702. The hip-hop club is located on Flamingo near Maryland Parkway and Eastern. Police say the bouncer escorted a guest out of the club. That person later returned, and that's when shots were fired. Shortly after, authorities found the security guard suffering from gunshot wounds behind a nearby business. He was rushed to the hospital where he later died. Police say more than 10 shots were fired. The biggest motorcycle rally on the West Coast wraps up today. An impressive 75,000 motorcyclists are in Laughlin for the River Run this weekend. It's the largest river run in the history of the event, and it marks the 25th year of the rally. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Edward Lawrence uncovered an antagonistic undertone to the fun.
It's loud, it's hot, it's the Laughlin River Run.
I'm loving just seeing all the bikes out here. This is a wonderful thing.
Dime Peasy came down to Laughlin for the day from Las Vegas. Every year she knows it's hot, but never remembers how hot until she's here.
I was feeling it.
It took Peasy about 90 minutes to make the trip. Dave Dogue rode much farther from the Phoenix, Arizona area.
Fast.
Yeah?
Very fast.
The wind doesn't hit you? I mean, leaning over?
No, it's pretty good. It's a big dog. It's a good bike.
His custom bike turns heads. It also attracts the attention of the police. Dogue sees an officer on just about every corner and says the presence is a bit excessive, calling the officers the Gestapo because he thinks they are harassing the bikers.
Oh yeah, it's way too much. Yeah, some people need to be monitored, but half these people don't, you know.
Police wrote more than 300 traffic tickets between Wednesday and Saturday, from failing to signal a turn to DUI. Deputy Chief Greg McGurty says the police presence is as it should be and makes no apologies for the level of police involvement in the event.
You know, people's perception oftentimes, some people don't like seeing police. We have a responsibility, and our instruction to our cops is to be very visible.
He says Metro does what it needs to do to keep the peace. Dogue says this year it's too much, and he may not return next year because of it. Edward Lawrence, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
The Laughlin River Run is by far the town's biggest event, responsible for as much as 20% of tourism dollars that fuel the local economy. Local dog and cat owners joined others across the nation in calling for a change after the huge pet food contamination. This demonstration was held in Las Vegas to remember the pets who have lost their lives. The goal was to raise awareness about the pet food contamination crisis. Thousands of animals have gotten sick or died nationwide as a result of eating contaminated food. Linda Lee Burnett lost her dog Durango.
We gave him good food, which we thought was good food. Didn't say China on the label. Paid more for the food, and he got sick and he died.
Las Vegas has been at the center of the pet food controversy. A local company, Kim Nutra, imported wheat gluten contaminated with the chemical melamine from China. Nevada is getting more attention from presidential hopefuls. 4 different candidates are making stops in the Silver State this weekend. Arizona Senator John McCain was the first. Yesterday, the Republican made a stop in Elko. He told the crowd of about 300 he's prepared to lead and doesn't need on-the-job training. He also criticized both parties on the war in Iraq, but says setting a timetable for troop withdrawal is not a good idea. Today, 3 Democrats will stop in northern Nevada. New York Senator Hillary Clinton plans to hold a town hall meeting at Reno High School. Former Senator John Edwards will attend a private fundraiser in Reno and a town hall meeting here in Las Vegas on Monday. New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson will attend a dinner in Carson City. He'll also campaign in Las Vegas on Monday as well. The Southern Nevada Health District will start issuing the first citations tomorrow for violations of Nevada's no smoking law. Some businesses that aren't in compliance will now receive citations and a $100 fine. The Health District sent out 8 warnings earlier this month and isn't saying which businesses will now be cited. Over the past 5 months, more than 2,000 complaints have been filed about violations of the voter-approved Nevada Clean Indoor Air Act. It restricts smoking in businesses like bars and restaurants where food is served. Washoe County health officials are also considering a crackdown on at least 2 local businesses accused of violating the smoking ban in northern Nevada. If health officials pursue a crackdown, they will meet with the Washoe County District Attorney to determine a course of action in the next couple of weeks. Washoe officials say they're surprised at the county's high level of compliance with the new regulations, which they put at more than 90%. They have received about 200 complaints concerning violations around Reno since December. Unfortunately, most of us have had a family member or know someone who has had to battle cancer at some point in their life. Just this year in Nevada alone, more than 11,000 people will be diagnosed with some form of cancer. A few hundred people spent all night walking and working to raise money to fight the disease. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Kai Plascon has more on the Relay for Life.
My name is Vicki Lee.
My name is Charles Gentiloni.
My name is Ann Ball.
My name is Denver Bello.
I'm here because my son died a year ago of cancer.
I'm here in support of my mom, who's going through chemotherapy right now.
My husband is a prostate cancer survivor.
I'm here to celebrate my grandpa who died of cancer in 2003.
The idea is that cancer never sleeps, so neither do we.
Event chair Rob Fillery says in order to raise money here, it has to be fun.
We're selling Cancer Sucks t-shirts. People are selling hot dogs, hamburgers. We have an air jumper down at the other end. Kids games, there's a silent auction.
But as hundreds of candles are lit, each one to remember a loved one, the mood turns.
I'll probably walk from 1 tonight until 6 in the morning when everybody else is asleep, and that'll be my shift to carry the torch.
Bill Walker has some warm company tonight.
Oh, we look at the luminaries and think about everybody whose life's been touched. And by the number of luminaries, there's a lot of folks here that cancer's been a huge impact on their life. So we walk to remember and celebrate the life of the ones we loved that passed away from cancer and the ones that are still here.
My name is Nathaniel.
My name is Lisa Shaw. This is my daughter Courtney.
My name is Kiara Darcy.
My name is Ruth Hollenbeck.
And I'm here in honor of my great-grandma, Ida Mae Ayers, who passed away last year from cancer.
We're here to remember our mom and grandma, Malka Tamayo.
I'm here to remember my mom's friend Lynn. She died from breast cancer in 2000.
And I'm here to remember my brother who died last month at age 57 of brain cancer.
I'm here to remember my girlfriend who is sitting right beside me.
Wow, so many people affected. That was Kai Plascon reporting. The goal was to raise $70,000 this weekend. If you want to join Relay for Life, there's another event that will be held next month on the 11th in North Las Vegas. It starts at 7 p.m. and runs through 7 a.m. The Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure is coming up 1 week from today. The organization is dedicated to fight against breast cancer. It will be held May 5th at the Fremont Street Experience and through the streets of downtown. There are several ways to participate, including a 5K run and a walk. We have registration information at our website, lasvegasnow.com. U.S. forces launched a new offensive against insurgents in Iraq this morning. Coming up on Eyewitness News this morning, we'll tell you who their target is. Also, the safety of race cars has come a long way in the past few years. Las Vegas native Kyle Busch has firsthand knowledge of that fact this morning.
This is Channel 8 Eyewitness News, Weekend Edition. in high definition.
The U.S. Army Chief of Staff wants to speed up plans to increase the number of soldiers on active duty. The Army has set a target date of 2012 for boosting the force to 547,000. General George Casey wants it done 2 years faster. Casey was the top commander in Iraq before taking over this month as Army Chief. The president and Democrats may sit down this week and try to discuss a compromise to the standoff over funding for U.S. troops in Iraq and a timetable for their withdrawal. Meantime, U.S. forces went on the offensive against insurgents in Baghdad this morning. The Iraqi capital was rocked with loud explosions as coalition forces detained 72 suspected insurgents and seized other bomb-making materials during raids targeting the al-Qaeda in Iraq network. Meantime, the death toll from a suicide car bomb attack in the Shiite holy city of Karbala rose to 68. The blast in Baghdad came a day after the U.S. military announced the deaths of 9 American troops. An interchange connecting highways to the busy Oakland-San Francisco Bay Bridge collapsed early today after a tractor trailer hauling 8,600 gallons of gasoline caught fire. The truck's driver suffered second-degree burns. The tanker ignited after crashing into a pylon. The Bay Bridge's heavily traveled double decks run about 2 miles across the San Francisco Bay. A Las Vegas native was also involved in a spectacular crash. Coming up on Eyewitness News, we'll show you this horrific crash Kyle Busch will probably be talking about for years to come. And believe it or not, he walked away from this wild ride unharmed.
Triple-digit heat for some neighborhoods yesterday. Take a look at the numbers. Cary and Hollywood at 100 degrees yesterday. Flamingo Boulder Highway 102 for your Saturday. Cooler on the west side. Good for you at 94 degrees. Not much though. Temperatures were also nice and warm outside the valley too. So how warm will it get again today? We've got your forecast in just a few minutes.
This is Channel 8 Eyewitness News, Weekend Edition, in high definition.
It's probably not something you want to hear, but brace yourself. It seems to be a matter of when and not if we'll be paying record prices for gasoline here in Nevada. Prices in the Las Vegas area are now within 8 cents of the record set last year. If you fill up today, regular unleaded will cost you on average $3.10 a gallon. That means prices are rising about a penny a day. The record was $3.18 set in mid-May of last year. Firefighters are still keeping an eye on potential hot spots at a refinery in Oklahoma. A large fire has been burning the entire weekend. It started when lightning hit a tank containing about 50,000 barrels of gasoline. A second tank containing about 30,000 barrels of diesel fuel also exploded. No one was injured, but the blast was reportedly felt for miles. Firefighters in Georgia still have their hands full with a 100-square-mile wildfire. They've been rushing to contain smaller spot fires across a highway from the main blaze. The fire started 2 weeks ago when a downed power line set fire to dry trees. Several rural homes have been evacuated, but no other structures are in danger. A Georgia emergency management spokesman says it's going to be some time before the fire is fully controlled. Besides wind and low humidity, the area has seen less rain than normal. Full containment is expected this morning of a Southern California wildfire that got within a few hundred feet of homes. About 200 firefighters battled the fire near Mira Loma. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Voluntary evacuations were in place for 15 houses, but all residents chose to stay. No homes or structures were damaged and there were no injuries.